So yesterday we have done few advanced calculations, so let's continue to complete the remaining. I'm having some data like this. So on this data here, I would like to find out for every product, I would like to show the first non-empty and the last non-empty transaction. For every product, I would like to show, okay, for every product, I would like to show the first and last transaction value, or first non-empty or first and last non-empty values, So how to show this? Okay, how to show the first and last non-empty values are first and last transaction value. So firstly, let me connect to the source from Tableau. Okay, so I already have connected. So I'm taking the product into my columns. I'm taking the date into my rows. I'm taking here the exact date. And I'm taking sales. So how to get the first non-empty and the last non-empty for every product means using the index function. Index is a very powerful function. So I'm taking index and I'm dropping into the visualization. So let me take the measure names as the inner dimension of the product. So here, let me show the sales first. Next the index. Okay. Here Tableau is computing the index in the table across way. Here Tableau is computing the index in the table across way. It means across the multiple products here Tableau is computing. But I want to here as I want to show the first and non-empty for every product, we have to compute the index for every product. Okay, so then we have to set addressing to just simply right click, go to compute using, that is computing the table across, we have to compute in the table down way. Just compute in the table down way. If we compute in the table down way, it is showing like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means it is computing in the table down way. So which means for every product. Now after computing in the table down way, here I would like to show the index only for the non-empty values. So how to show the index only for the non-empty values? Here how to show the index only for the non-empty values. Here by default Tableau is showing index for all the values, for the existing values and for the non-existing values. Here Tableau is showing us the index. So how to compute the index for the non-empty values? So I am creating a calculated field with the name non-empty index just to show index only for the non-empty values. So how to compute the index? So how to compute the index means just I'm taking is null. So how to compare the null values? To compare the null values, we're having two functions. We can use is null or if null. I'm taking is null. What is null will do? Is null will take the input as expression. I'm taking is null of sum of sales. So what is null will do is null will check whether sum of sales is null or not. If it is null, it return true, else it return false. So just click on apply and click on OK. If I drag this non-empty index and if I drop it into color, okay, it is showing true in the orange color. It means is-null will check. Is-null will takes the input as expression. If the expression is null, it is going to return true, else it is going to return false. Now I would like to get the true for non-empty values. So how to get the true for non-empty values? Here just simply take your negation. So in Tableau it is possible to take the negation. How to take the negation means just simply take not. If I take not here, not is equal to the negation of this. It means if it is returning true means it will take not true, which means false. If it is giving false, it is going to take negation. Okay, not false, which means true. Just click on apply, click on OK. So now Tableau is indicating this non-empty values in the orange color. See here, true. Now I'm taking here if my non-empty values, then give me the index. Then simply I'm taking index. As I already ran the index field, I'm taking the index field. Just end this. Okay, I'm taking the index. I'm taking the index only for the non-empty values. Just click on apply, click on OK. Now drag the non-empty index and drop it into the measure values. Drag the non-empty index and drop it to the measure values. Now see here, now here tableau is showing index only for the non-empty values. Non-empty values of what? Non-empty values of sales. For A we are having two non-empty values, it is showing index only for the non-empty values. And for B we are having two sales, it is showing the index only for the non-empty values. Now, next for every product here, I would like to compute the first non-empty index. Okay, to get the first non-empty value, I am creating one calculated field with the name first non-empty index. So how to get the first non-empty index? I am taking window underscore min function. I am taking window underscore min function of. Okay, I am taking window underscore min of. So just how to get the non-empty index? Just take index. Just take non-empty index. So here for every here for every product I'm taking window min to get the minimum value of index. Just click on apply, click on OK. Okay, now drag the first non-empty index, drag it and drop it here. So here what the first non-empty index value here? 1. Okay, the first non-empty index value is 1. So here what is the first non-empty index value? 2. And here what is the first non-empty index value? 3. Similarly, how to get the last non-empty index? Just duplicate this. Just open this. Just take last non-empty index. Just take the last non-empty index. Drag the last non-empty index and drop it here. So we have to change the function, that is max. So to get the minimum value, we have to go with to get the first value, we have to take the minimum, and to get the last, we have to take the maximum. Click on apply and click on apply. Here we got the last non-empty. For this field, the last non-empty is 4, and for this field, the last non-empty is 4. So now here we got the index. Next we computed the non-empty index. Next we computed the first non-empty index, and next we computed the last non-empty index. Right? So now here how to get the first non-empty value. So here how to get the first non-empty value means first non-empty value. How to get the first non-empty value means just simply take the lookup function. How to extract the required value in Tableau is the lookup function. Take lookup of sum of sales, comma first non-empty index. We take first non-empty index. What is the first non-empty index value? 1 1 1 1 1. Every row will take 1. So the cell is 100 comma 1 means it will show 120. But for the A, what is the first non-empty value? 100. And for the B, what is the first non-empty value? 150. In that way, here we have to write the logic. So the logic is just simply first non-empty index minus index. It is a logic. Okay, so how to get the first non-empty index value means just look up of the sum of sales minus first non-empty index minus index. So if we take the first sale value is lookup of 100, comma the first non-empty index value is 1. 1 minus what is the index value? 1 minus 1. So 0. So 100 comma 0 means what we are going to get the current value itself. What is the current value? 100. And if we take 120, so we take 120, in 120, what is the first non-empty index value here? 1. 1 minus, what is the index value here? 2. So 1 minus 2 minus 1. So 120 comma minus 1. Minus 1 means what the previous value, here? 100. And if we take the first non-empty index value next 1. 1 minus, what is the index value? The index value is 3. So 1 minus 3, so 120 comma minus 2. So for 120, not 120, for null, because the next value is null. So for null comma minus 2. So here we are having the null. So for null, the previous second value is what? 100. So every row it is going to return what? Every row it is going to return the first value. Let me show you. Just click on apply, click on OK. Drag the first non-empty value and drop it into the measure values. See here. Here it is showing the first non-empty value as 100. Okay, 100 here. Here also 150, the first non-empty value. Here also 540. Similarly, how to get the last non-empty value? So to get the last non-empty value, just edit this. Okay, just edit this. Just change the name to last non-empty value. And here just take, instead of first non-empty index, just take the last non-empty index. Last non-empty index minus index. Just click on apply and click on apply. Drag the last non-empty value, drag it and drop it here. So what is the last non-empty value here? The last non-empty value is 120 for A, for B 110, and for C 10. So if your data contains some nulls, the data cleansing is not in the proper way. If the ETL team is not working properly, sometimes we'll get the data like this. After getting the data like this, we need to identify the records. We need to identify only the non-empty records or the records which are having the nulls. So how to implement these kind of logics in the real time means simply by making use of the index function. Okay, so any questions on this task? Any questions?
Prajwal, in the real-time scenario also we have to introduce the index and then we have to do it?
Yeah, the same process you have to follow in the real time.
Okay.
See here, I'm not taking any values, right? Here just I'm taking the index. Just I'm taking the index and I'm performing the required things.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So now let me go to the next task. So my next task is what if analysis. One type of analysis in the real time, what if analysis. So let's say I'm having three products. Product A, B and C. Okay. So for A, I would like to show last 45 days sale. For A, I would like to show last 45 days sale. Last 45 days sale. And for B, I would like to show. Last 60 days sale. And for C, I would like to show last 90 days sale. Okay, last 90 days sale. So what if analysis means what if the sales of A, if I take last 45, what if the sales of B if I take last 60, and what if the sales of C if I take last 90. So I would like to perform okay, that kind of analysis. So how to perform that kind of analysis? So here I'm not having product, here I'm taking continent. Instead of A, here I'll take continent. Okay, for Asia, I would like to show last 45. For Europe, I would like to show last 90. And for North America, I would like to, or for Africa, I would like to show last 90. And for others, I would like to show last 120 days. For other continents, I would like to show last 120 days. So how to build the visualization with this logic? So by default, if you drag and drop the component, and if you drag the sales, Tableau will show sales for the complete period. Okay, sales for the complete period. But what I want is from a selected date. From my selected date, I would like to show the last 45. So how to pass a selected date using the parameter? So first create a parameter. With the name. Okay, date. I'm taking the type as date and the W values as all. Just hit OK. So now here I'm creating the calculated field, the name what if sales, the name what if sales. So I'm taking if constant equal to Asia, we have to show about last 45. So how to get last 45? Then if date diff of day comma, I'm taking day comma. So what is the standard order date? Day comma order date comma date parameter, order date comma date parameter should be less than. So for Asia, how many days we have to show? Last 45. So it should be less than 45. It should be less than 45 days. Why less than 45? In my date selection, let's say if I take 1st Jan 2016 means from 1st Jan 2016 I would like to get the last 45. So in the order date also we have the 1st Jan 2016 means what is the difference here? For the current day the difference equal to 0. Okay, for the current day the difference equal to 0. So the last 45 days means the current day plus last 44. Okay, the current day plus last 44. So that's why I'm taking less than 45. Then show me sales. Always while computing the date diff, one best practice is always take the start date should be less than or equal to end date. So here take that. Take order date should be less than or equal to the date parameter and take the date diff. Okay. So next, if the component is not Asia, then take else if my component equal to Europe, then we have to take this condition, then we have to show how many days. Then we have to show the component is 0 to last 60 days. So we'll take less than 60. If my component is Africa, else if my component equal to Africa, then we have to show last 90. So less than 90. So if my component is not within this 3, then I have to show last 120. So else, then you have to take like just simply take this less than 120, then says just I'm adding that if here. Okay, I'm taking the calculation value. So if the component equal to Asia, then I'm fetching last 45. If component equal to Europe, then I'm fetching last 60. If component equal to Africa, then I'm getting last 90. And if it is any other component, then I'm getting the last 120 days. Okay, so let me take this field and let me drop it into my rows. Just click on apply, click on OK. Just drag this what if sales, drag it and drop it into the columns. So it is giving us 6 nulls here. Why it is giving us 6 nulls? Just take the date parameter. So in Superstore, the RAM data from 2013. Let me choose one date. Let me select here 2013. I'm taking 2013. Okay, Feb 20th. Just click on everything. It is giving us the values like this. So once drag the order date and drop it into rows. So let me right click on it, just go to the exact date, just go to the discrete. So we go to every continent. So for Asia it is showing from UK to UK. See Asia, for Asia it is showing from, okay, for Asia, let me change the order date format, right click on order date, just go to the default properties, date format, select day, month, year, just hit on. So from this date it is showing us the last 45 days sale for Asia. So it is showing, okay, it is showing from 7th Jan. So from 7th Jan till 31st, we have 25 days, and in Feb we have 20 days. We have 25 days from 7th to 31st, until 20th, total 45 days. Let me select here 19. It is going to show from 19. It is going to show till 19 from 6th. Okay, from 6th Jan. What about for Australia? As Australia is not in the list, so the remaining comment is going to the last 120 days, right? So it is showing the last 120 days for the Australia. And for Europe, the last 60 days. Okay, from 19th to 24, because we don't have any of 24, thus we have 18 here. Okay, so the last 60 days for Europe. And if you go to the North America, again for this North America, the last 120 days sale, see the last 120 days in the last 4 months. And similarly for South America, the last 120 days sale. So in this way we can able to perform the what if analysis. Okay, so any questions on the what if analysis? Just if you want to perform any what if analysis in the real time, just you have to take next date, one if in the other date, and just you have to find out the date difference. So always you have to take the end date as the parameter. So any questions on this? Okay, next, let's say for example I'm having two different data sources. One is Superstore and I'm going to do Coffee Chain. Coffee Chain is of the famous access. Just let me try to browse documents, tab repository, data sources, archive, Coffee Chain, hit OK. Okay, I'm going to do Coffee Chain query. Just go to the sheet. Okay, here I'm having two different data sources. One is Coffee Chain and the other is Superstore Extract. So in Superstore Extract we're having the category. In this category I would like to take, I want the output in this way. I want something like the product. Next SS sales, which means Superstore sales. Next CC sales, which is Coffee Chain sales. And next is total sales. I want one text table like this in Tableau. Okay, I want one text table like this in Tableau. Here what I want is, from the Superstore I want to take the two products, or let's say the three products. I would like to take paper, labels and tables. I would like to take here paper, next label and tables. I would like to take these three products from the Superstore. And if we go to the Coffee Chain, from the Coffee Chain I am dragging the product type. Use type I would like to take coffee and tea. I would like to take coffee and tea. So if the product belongs to superstore sales, now I would like to take some value, and if it doesn't belong to the coffee chain, I have to take the value as 0, and whatever total sale 100. Next, similarly, the label 120, coffee chain sale is 0, total sale is 120. Next, for tables 140, coffee chain sale is 0, total sale is 140. Coffee. So coffee belongs to coffee chain source, so source sale is 0. Coffee chain sale is 120. I will get 120 here. And for tea, it's 160. The coffee chain sale, sorry, not superstore, it's coffee chain. 0. So the coffee chain sale is 160. The total sale is 160. So in this way, I want the output in Tableau. But the problem is here I have to take the products from 2 different data sources into a single column. Here I am having 5 products, but the problem is they belongs to 2 different data sources. So how to get the products from 2 different data sources into a single column? So directly here we cannot take, here we have to create one more data source called as the master data source. Here we need to create one more data source called as the master data source. With the help of the master data source, we can able to achieve this. So how to create the master data source? So just take our required values. Just open the text file. Here we want the 2 values, coffee, next tea, and go to the other sheet. Here take the required values. Here we want the other 3 values, labels, tablet, and tables. This copy these values. Just copy these values. After copying these values, just paste it in the form of a clipboard. Even we can able to paste the data in the form of a clipboard. So how to paste the data in the form of a clipboard means just click on the data and click on paste data. This tab we're going to create a values with that for. I'm just taking copy. So instead of copying this clipboard, let me do one thing. It is taking the first line and the column name. I'm taking it as products. Now just copy this and paste the data into the tab. So just now we're going to create a clipboard. The clipboard is a kind of static data source. Just paste the data. So now here we got the 5 products. Now take the products in this clipboard. Go to the superstore. Okay, now drag the sales. Drag it and drop it into text. So your Tableau is not performing any automatic blending. So we have to perform the blending manually. So how to perform blending manually? Click on data. Click on edit relationship. So the primary is clipboard, secondary is superstore. Click on custom. Just click on add. So the matching field is category. Just click on category and hit OK. Now again click on add. Sorry, not add. Just hit OK. Now go to the coffee chain. Okay. Go to the coffee chain. Again click on the data. Click on edit relationship. Just go to custom. Click on add. Product and the product type. Just hit OK. Okay, hit OK. Now once from the coffee chain, drag the sales and drop it into the visualization. So now it is showing us here 2 sales values. One is from the coffee chain and the other is from the superstore. So if the value is not there, I would like to show as null. So I'm creating here 2 calculated fields. Here I'm creating 2 calculated fields on the primary source. The name SS sales. The name SS sales. I'm taking how to convert nulls to zeros. I'm taking Zn. I'm taking Zn of sum of sales. I'm taking sales from superstore. So I'm removing the aggregation here. Okay, just click on apply and click on apply. Now I'm creating a one more. I'm taking coffee chain. So I'm taking Zn of sum of sales from the coffee chain. So just click on apply and click on OK. Here we got the super source sales and here we got the coffee chain sales. Just remove this. Just remove this. Just drag the superstore sales. Drag it. Just drag the coffee chain sales. Drop it into the visualization. Here we got the coffee chain sales and the superstore sales. So how do I total sales? Just create a calculated field with the name total sales and take the combination of SS sales plus CC sales, coffee chain sales. So hit apply and hit OK. Drag the total sales and drop it into the measure values. Now here what we got? Here we got the total sales. Okay, so in this way, here the key thing is this clipboard is acting as a master source. So just let me change the name to master source. So just we have to create the clipboard source with all our required values in the form of the master. So why it is called as a master means it contains the values from the two different data sources. Okay. So any questions on this, guys? Any questions?
Hi, Krishna. Can you show the clipboards again?
Pardon?
The clipboards, the page.
You want to see the clipboard? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Just the clipboard contains only the products, the 5 products.
So in both the clipboards there are 5 products?
No, actually this clipboard is a static source. Okay, I have created this. If you want to create any source manually in Tableau, just simply I have taken the 5 values in my text file. I have given the name as products. Just simply I have copied this. After copying it, just click on the data tab and just click on paste data. The moment when you click on the paste data, Tableau going to create this clipboard. Just I have changed that clipboard name to the master.
So what is the other clipboard?
No, initially I have created one more, right? Is that clipboard? Just it is taking the copy as the field name.
Okay.
Okay.
Prajwal?
Yeah.
In the normally real-time scenarios, is there any chance like the client may ask for the specific products and the sales? Like in such scenario, we have to if the list is small, then we can just do that like this, right? Any specific products?
Yeah. Yes. Even though like if you have a list also, simply we can copy them, right? Directly from the Tableau we can able to copy. Let's say for example, you're working with 2 regions, okay? In one region you have the top 10 customers, in the other region you have the other top 10 customers. Where a client want to compare the top 10 from both the regions in a single column called as customer.
Yes.
So just how to compare, just create, just copy the customers from both the sheets, just create a clipboard and just copy and paste, just create a calculator field to get their sales.
Yeah, and
like if you want to copy the data, it's pretty simple in Tableau. Just for example, I'm taking the customer name. I'm selecting here the list of customers. Just use Control C. Just click on data. Just click on paste data. See here, Tableau is creating what? Tableau is creating the customer. The problem is here it is having multiple names, so it is creating. We can manage this, okay?
Okay.
So if you want to copy, just simply use Control C and use Control V.
Yeah. But in a customer name scenario, then there is no possibility that same name should have in both the continents or the product matches perfectly instead of customer name, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Okay, yes. So any other questions? All right. So next I'm doing one more task. I'm having some data. Just a minute, I have to open that data. I'm having some food sales data. So where in this data like I'm having 5 fields: ID, fruit, unit sold, date sold, and the time sold. But here what my client want is my client want to combine both the date sold and the time sold into a single field, and he want to see the number of units sold. So here I am having date sold and the time sold in two different fields. So how to combine these two into one single field? So first let me connect to this data. Click on connect to the data, select Excel. This is in my desktop. Let me click on fruit sales. Just click on open. Here we have this data. So the fruit sales data. If I drag the fruit and if I drag the date sold, just select exact date. This is display. You're seeing the date sold. Just drag the time sold. Right click exact date. Okay, select display. It is showing us. Okay, it is showing something like 30th December 1899. Why it is showing the date like this? So here this time sold is of type what is time sold is of type date plus calendar field. If we don't have the date, Tableau will take the starting date. The starting date in the Tableau calendar is 30th December 1899. If we go to our actual source contains only a time sold. So here the question is how to combine these two fields. How to combine these two fields into a single field. So how to combine these two fields into a single field means, so first we have to extract the required time part. So how to extract the time part? Just create a calculated field. Just give the name as date plus time, and how to extract here from the time we have to extract. So again the time contains what? Here again the time contains are minute and second. So we have to extract from the lowest level, that is second. So how to extract second? So if you want to extract second, use the date part of second comma time sold. Just extract second. Now it is going to extract the second. So after extracting the second, we have to add this to our date. So how to add this to our date? Basically it is going to extract what? So here we are extracting seconds to time. Extract seconds from time to time sold. So now here I would like to add the seconds to my date. So how to add this to date? Use date add. I'm using date add of. I'm taking my date part. So here which date part we want to add? Here we would like to add the second. Here we would like to add the second. And what about the interval? Which interval we want to add here? Here we would like to add this second interval to which date? To the date sold. I'm taking the field as date sold. Okay, with the help of this date add, just I'm adding seconds. Okay, I'm adding second to this date sold. How many seconds I'm adding? Here I'm adding this seconds extracting from the time sold. So it is giving us what? Here we're adding. Here we're adding seconds to the date sold. So after extracting the seconds, here it is doing what? Just here it is adding the seconds. After adding the seconds, now here this final date is giving us what? After adding the second, this final date is giving us date plus seconds. So here we have to add the minutes and hours also, right? So then extract minute. How to extract minute? Let's take here date part of. I'm taking minute, comma time zone. Date part of minute, comma time zone. Just I'm extracting here the minute. So after extracting the minute, just take here the date add. Okay, just I'm adding minute. Okay, so I'm adding the minute to this complete date plus time. Sorry, this date plus second, and this date part will act as what? The interval. So I'm adding the bracket here. Okay, so I have to keep the comma here. Okay, yes. So basically, using this, I'm extracting what? I'm extracting the minute from the time zone. After extracting the minute, here using this date add, I'm adding date plus minute plus second. Just we're adding date, minute, and second. After extracting the date, minute, and second, here I'm adding one more thing. So now here we go, date plus minute plus second. Now how to get the hour? Just take here date part of. Just take the hour. And we have to extract our from the time zone. Just take here the time zone. Now after that, just I'm adding here whatever the extended here, I'm adding that to the date plus minute plus second. I'm taking here date add off. I'm taking here hour. Okay, I'm taking a date add of hour. Just I'm adding here. So here I'm extracting the hour. After the hour extraction, just I'm adding that hour to this complete date plus minute plus second. So finally this data is giving us what? Finally this data is giving us date plus hour plus minute plus second. Okay, minute plus second. So just click on apply and click on OK. So now create a new sheet. Now drag the date plus time. So right click, just click on exam date. Select display. Okay, now here what we're seeing, date zone and the time zone in a single field. Drag the unit zone and drop it here. So in the real time, a lot of people will do the mistake here. They're confused on how to add the date and time fields. Frequently, we'll get this type of task. So first, you have to extract from the lower magnitude field. It means you have to extract in second, next level minute, and next level hour. And you have to every time you have to add to the existing date. Okay. So any questions on this case? Any questions on this?
Prajwal, will it make any difference with the AM and PM hours? If the time is 24 hours, then we need to do anything about this?
No, we cannot.
Do it automatically.
We cannot add anything here. We cannot add any indicators. Okay, this will combining the date and time, right? Whatever the time we are having, it is going to combine there. Sure. Okay, yes. Any other questions? Okay. So let me jump into the next type of calculations. Statistical calculations. Statistical calculations. In statistical calculations, we frequently calculate two things. Okay, we frequently perform two calculations. The two calculations are number one z-score, and next number two correlation coefficient. Number two correlation coefficient. So with the help of z-score, we can able to identify the performance of each and every observation. In statistics, each and every value is called as the observation. So with the help of the z-score, we can able to identify the performance of each and every observation. The z-score is also called as standard score. The z-score is also called as the standard score. So what the z-score states is, okay, as per the rule of thumb, the z-score value is more than plus 1.96. The z-score value is more than plus 1.96, or if the z-score value is less than minus 1.96, okay, less than minus 1.96, then we have to indicate those observations as unusual. Okay, the z-score value is greater than plus 1.96 and the z-score value is less than minus 1.96, then we have to indicate those observations as unusual. Unusual means if the z-score is more than plus 1.96, then it indicates that observation is having unusual profits or unusual benefits. If the observation z-score is minus 1.96, then it indicates the z-score or indicates the observation is having unusual losses. Okay, unusual losses. So then how to compute z-score? To compute z-score, we're having one formula. Z-score equal to x bar minus mu by rho. How to compute z-score means x bar minus mu by rho, where x bar indicates mean of all the observations. Sorry, not x bar means mean. X bar means each and every observation. X bar means each and every observation. X bar indicates each and every observation, and the mu indicates mean of all the observations. Mu indicates mean of all the observations, and the rho indicates standard deviation of all the observations. Okay, the rho indicates the standard deviation of all the observations. Okay, the z-score formula is x bar minus mu by rho. So how to compute this z-score? Okay, how to compute this z-score? So just go to Tableau. I'm computing the z-scores for all the country-wise profits. So just I'm creating a new sheet. I'm dragging country. Okay, I'm taking profits. So now I'm computing the z-score. Let me create a calculated field with the name z-score. So how to calculate z-score? X bar. X bar means what? Each and every observation, which is sum of profit minus mean. What is the mean? Average. So window average of sum of profits. Okay, x bar minus mu means window average divided by standard deviation. So how do you standard deviation? Standard deviation is also the aggregate function. So standard deviation population of sum of profit. Now take standard deviation population versus this curve. So it is giving us the error. Let me check why it is giving us the error. So here I'll take one more bracket. Okay, just click on apply, click on OK. Once drag the Z-score, drag it and drop it into the columns. Just click on ABC. Okay, we see here for US the Z-score is showing us 5. It means it is having unusual profits. Sorry, yeah, it is having unusual profits. And for China, it is showing the Z-score as 3.151, which is more than plus 1.96. The Z-score is more than plus 1.96, then it indicates it is unusual. Similarly, if the Z-score is less than minus 1.96, it indicates what? Again unusual. So plus indicates unusual profits, minus indicates unusual losses. So here US and China are having the unusual profits, whereas India is having the usual profits. Let's check here I'm dragging Z-score and I'm dropping into color. So once I get Z-score, so what is Z-score? Minus 0.57, which means usual losses. Okay, no unusual loss. So how to compute Z-score for every year? Just drag the order date, drag it and drop it into rows. So here we are computing for every year. So how to compute for every year? Just simply right click on Z-score, compute using pane down, or go to the edit table calculation, go to advanced. So as for the table calculation, here is what? Here is the partition and country is the addressing. Hit OK. So click on apply and click on OK. Now we are computing for every year. Now we are computing the Z-scores for every year. So in the year 2011, India Z-score is 2.2. It means India was unusual profits in 2011, not in 2012. So in 2012, India got just on 1.1%, and in 2013, India got 1.16. So in this way, even we can able to compute the Z-score for every year or even for all the years also. So the main purpose of the Z-score is to estimate the performance. So if we want to know how each and every value is performing, then we can make use of the Z-scores. So I hope the Z-score is clear. Okay. Next, number 2, correlation coefficient. Next, number 2, correlation coefficient. So what about the correlation coefficient? With the help of the correlation coefficient, we can able to identify the relationship between two measures. Okay, with the help of the correlation coefficient, we can able to identify the relationship between two measures. Always the R value lies between -1 to +1. Always the R value lies between -1 to +1. So what this correlation coefficient will do? As I have told, this correlation coefficient will be used to identify the relationship between two measures. So if we have taken X and Y, where X indicates measure 1, X indicates measure 1, and Y indicates measure 2, and Y indicates measure 2. Okay. So what this correlation coefficient states? With the help of the correlation coefficient, we can able to identify whether there is a positive relationship between two measures or the negative relationship. With the help of the correlation coefficient, we can able to identify whether there is a positive correlation coefficient or the negative correlation coefficient between the two measures. So positive correlation coefficient means if the value of X increases, then automatically the value of Y increases. Okay, the positive correlation means if the value of X increases, then automatically the value of Y will increase. And the negative correlation means if one measure increases, then automatically other measure will decrease. If value of X increases, then value of Y will decrease. Or if X is decreasing, then Y will increase. It is the negative correlation. Always the correlation will exist in two modes. One is the positive mode, other is the negative mode. So positive correlation means if value of one measure is increasing, then automatically the value of the other measure will increase. And the negative correlation means if the value of one measure is increasing, then automatically the value of the other measure will decrease. So as a general rule, as I have told, as the R value lies between -1 to +1, -1 to +1, if R value is plus 0.70 or higher, or higher, then there is a very strong positive relationship. Then it indicates there is a very strong positive relationship between two measures. Then there exists a very strong positive relationship between two measures. Okay? Whereas if R value is minus 0.70 or lower, then it is opposite, which means very strong negative relationship. It just is opposite. Okay? Very strong negative relationship. Okay. Next, if R value is from plus 0.402 plus 0.69 plus 0.69, then there is a strong positive relationship. Then there is a strong positive relationship between two measures. Okay, whereas if R value is in between minus 0.40, minus 0.402, minus 0.69, then there exists strong negative relationship between two measures. Next, if R value is in between plus 0.202, 0.39, then it indicates the positive relationship. Okay, the positive relationship between two measures. If it is in between minus 0.20 to minus 0.202 minus 0.39, then there exists negative relationship between two measures. And if the R value is in between, so plus 1.92 plus 0.192 plus 0.192 minus 0.19, then there exists weak or weak positive or less negative relationship between two measures. So let me take on Superstore. Let me take the sales and profit. Let me find out the correlation coefficient between the sales and profit for all the customers. Okay, the correlation coefficient of sales and profit for all the customers. So if you drag the sales and profit, Tableau going to compute the sales and profit at the level of the Superstore. It is giving us the sales and profit scatter plot at the level of the Superstore. If you want to get at the level of detail of customer, just drag the customer name and drop it into detail. Just drag the customer name and drop it into detail. Here Tableau is computing the sales profits. Okay, the relationship between sales profits at the level of the customer. So now, how to compute this correlation coefficient? This correlation coefficient can be computed. In two ways. Number one, automatic way, and next number two, manual way. Number one, automatic way, and next number two, manual way. Okay, in automatic way, we don't need to write the formula. In automatic way, like we don't need to write the formula, whereas in the manual way, we have to write the formula. So first, let me show you how to get in the automatic way. So just go to Tableau. How to get in the automatic way means just simply right click on the view. If you right click on the view, just go to the trend line and click on show trend lines. In the automatic way, just you have to add the trend lines. After adding the trend line, again right click on the view, just go to the trend lines. In the trend lines, you have one option called as describe trend model. Just click on the describe trend model. If you click on the describe trend model, here we can able to see one value called as R squared. Okay, in the trend model description, it is giving us the R squared value. We have to get the R value. So how to get the R value? The square root of 0.605168. Just open it. Just take the square root of 0.605168. Okay, now just take the square root. After finding the square root, it is giving us 0.7779. So if the R value is plus 0.70 or higher, then it indicates what very strong positive relationship between two measures. But the problem with the automatic way is, as here we are finding the square root. This value can be negative. Here the value can be either positive or negative, because minus 0.779 into minus 0.779 minus into minus plus, we are going to get this value. Even if it is plus, we are going to get this value. So we don't know really whether we are going to get plus or minus. So to get the correct value, we have to do it in the manual way. So how to do it in the manual way? In the manual way, the formula is, so the correlation coefficient R equal to 1 by n minus 1 of sigma I equal to 1 to n, and in the bracket we have to take xi minus x bar into sx, xi minus x bar divided by sx into yi minus y bar divided by sy. That is a formula to compute the correlation coefficient manually. Here what is n? N indicates the number of observations. Okay, in statistics, each and every observation means what? Value. N indicates the number of observations. What about x? X indicates the first measure. Okay, and what about y? Y indicates the second measure. So x means the measure 1 and y means the measure 2. So x bar means the mean of the first measure and y bar means mean of the second measure, and sx means standard deviation of the first measure, and sy means standard deviation of the second measure. Okay, standard deviation of the second measure. So let's compute the correlation coefficient. Just go to Tableau. Okay, just create a calculated field with the name R. So how to compute R? 1 by n minus 1. So how to get 1 by n? N means what? Number of observations. How to get the number of observations? Take size minus 1. I'm taking size minus 1. 1 by n minus 1 into 1 by n minus 1 into sigma. How to get sigma? Sigma means summation, right? I'm taking window underscore sum of sigma into xi. So x means what? First measure. I'm taking first measure as sum of sales minus, I'm taking here sigma of x bar minus, xi minus x bar. X bar means mean, so mean is nothing but the average, window average of sum of sales. I'm taking this entire value in the brackets to avoid the order of precedence, divided by xi minus x bar divided by sx. Sx means window standard deviation of sum of sales. Standard deviation of sum of sales. So I'm taking this entire value within one bracket. So into, again I'm taking this. So it is giving us xi minus x bar into xi minus x bar divided by 6. Okay, into I'm taking yi minus y bar, yi minus y bar divided by s1. I'm taking here profit. Okay, so finally I'm ending this here. Okay, so just click on apply and click on OK. So once just drag the R, go to the measures, just drag the R value and drop it into color. So now here Tableau is giving us the null. Why it is giving null? So in the table calculation, always you will get the wrong output, means you have to check two things. Number one, our addressing option. Number two, the logic. So once check the addressing option, we go to compute using this computing using what table across, but we have to compute across the customers, right? Just click on the customer name. So if you click on the customer name, it is giving us some wrong value -2646. So in the automatically we got 0.779, right? So we have to check where you have missed that logic. So 1 by n minus 1. I'm taking this entire value within the bracket. So just click on apply and click on OK. So here now how much value we got? 0.7779. So which indicates there is a very strong relationship between the sales and the profit. So with the help of the correlation coefficient, just we can able to identify the relationship between two measures. Now I guess it's all about the advanced calculations we'll use in the real time. So out of the calculations which we discussed, you may come across any kind of scenario in your work experience. So please practice these advanced calculations, okay? So by tomorrow morning I'm going to send you the material, and even I'm uploading the videos in my blog. For your reference, you could refer the videos, and some data sources I'll send to the Satish. So please contact the Satish for some data sources. And tomorrow morning I will discuss LODs, okay, the new features from Tableau 9, and they're also the most important features in terms of the calculations. So any questions on today's class? Any questions?